But the big record on there was you challenging complexionism and, light skin, dark skin issues, which are, very well documented and talked about on the island of Jamaica with people lightening their skin.
Right.
Our friend Vibes Cartel, right? He went out and cake soaped it up, right?
Cake soap. Yeah, big up Vibes Cartel and not the boss. That.
Yeah, and but why did you do this? Why did you decide to do this right now?
All right, so I wanted to bring awareness to colorism because colorism is a main issue that's happening in Jamaica, where everybody there, 95% of the people were the same complexion, dark-skinned people. But my thing is that everybody, it's like black people fighting against each other all the time, tearing down each other because of the color of your skin and stuff like that. So that's why I call it colorism. So I wanted to bring awareness to the fact because I myself as a black woman, I've been going through where women are bashing me because of my color, telling me, Lord, Spice, blacking, why Spice not bleach and turn up our things. So society make you feel like if you have a lighter skin, then you will be hotter. And so that's why I wanted to attack that. Because there's a lot of young girls out there who are bleaching the skin. And I believe that society is the cause of that. Because they make them feel inferior and they make them feel that way.
Most people would agree with what you're saying because, that slavery trauma, right? The
it's
fact
coming
that,
from all of that.
colonization and the Europeans colonizing and slave trade and the images of beauty here, even in America, right? When you look at all the big stars, right? That are in black music, right?
Right.
A lot of them have lighter skin, especially the women.
Exactly. And that's what birthed my idea to the picture of doing a Eurocentric beauty standard because, being a dark skin, they make me feel like, oh, you have to look a certain way or you have to look like that to pop. And so I wanted to spite the black community. So when I came out with the picture, I knew they would be upset, but I wanted to come back and say, but when I was black, you never liked my black.
Right.
So...
but in dancehall, and like in the core culture of hip hop, in the core cultures of dancehall, it's what we're really talking about though is mainstream acceptance, right? Because when you look at R&B and black community, black culture, our stuff, there's comments. People make comments about dark skin all the time.
Right.
People also make comments about light skin too, right? Like we just talk shit, right? But the standard of beauty as it's set by white people obviously looks like white people.
Right.
Because they could have controlled mainstream consumption and media.
Right.
But when you look at our stars that are in the black community, right, I think you definitely get a good different shades of dark all the way through.
Right.
It's just the ones go break to the mainstream. It feels what it is. It feels like every mainstream woman is a lighter complected woman.
And most of them lighten their complexion as well. If you look at them, in the past most of them lighten their complexion, but they just don't talk about it.
Right.
And that's because of society, again, because they know that the lighter color they have, they will, probably...
They'll get a magazine cover or get a high fashion ad. Or,
exactly. Right.
And so what's been the conversation? Because I saw on your Instagram, you've been actually going around having these conversations with other black women about colorism.
They appreciate it so much. In Jamaica, they said it has never been done and it is something that has been swept under the rug. I think a lot of them get the message and they appreciate it. I even got an apology from the girl who, one of the line in the Black Hypocrisy song was her words.
Who is this woman?
Just a random black woman come out on Facebook and just start talk about Spice and Spice a good artist, I'm a lover, but me nah lie. Spice want dropping, I want tubes of bleach. Just talking a lot of things. I'm a black till me shine and just a lot of things. And I took her words and I put it in the Black Hypocrisy song. Them say me black till me shine, till me look dirty. That was her words. And she came out, she was apologizing and she was torn up. And I posted her apology because she heard the line and remembered that she said that 2 years ago. And I posted the apology and I said, apology accepted. So, I know I'm not going to change colorism, but I think a lot of people get the message and it will kind of shake them up a bit and lessen the degrading stuff that they used to say about dark-skinned women.
There's, even with, you get into the straightening of hair, right? And not liking your hair texture, not liking your features, not liking your skin. You know what I mean? Because
and I went as far as going into the home to say it starts from within the home.
Yeah.
Where even your mother may have two separate two kids, two separate father. One have a prettier hair or a straighter hair, and they compare each other, and they might say, hey, you're bad like your papa, or they call the lighter hair the pretty hair, and the Negro texture here, the bad here. So it starts from within the home, and then you go to the school and you hear kids in the school are call you picky head and stuff like that. So it really starts from within the home. Then it goes to school, then it goes into businesses where even if you have a dark complexion, it doesn't matter your level of education. They don't even want to hire you to put you at the front in the banks and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things happening. And I keep saying in Jamaica, I know it's happening worldwide. I mean, Amara La Negra reached out to me and explaining her side of it in the Latin world and stuff. So I know darker skin is happening worldwide, but I only can speak about Jamaica. So I keep saying Jamaica all the time. So I have to talk about what I'm experiencing and what I know.
It happens in Mexico. It happens in Latin America heavy. And you know, in a lot of these communities, you know, one thing about America, Jim Crow happened, right? Like we had laws where it was like if you're black, you go over here, and if you're white, you go over there. So you couldn't hide.
What's the name of that?
That was Jim Crow laws, right? That was before
desegregation
and all that. So because of those very overt laws, racism has been dealt with differently here than it is in some countries where they can act like, oh, we don't have racism. Okay. We're all Brazilian. We're all Dominican.
Yeah, we can't hide behind that because it was really built into what American culture was.
So you go to Latin countries, they'll be like, oh, racism doesn't exist. But then you look on TV, it's all white people.
Okay.
But they're just Mexican or Brazilian. Right? Or, you know, all of the political leadership is all light-skinned white people. Right, but none of the darker people work any of the high-end jobs. Right. But then you go out to the fields and you go to look at the laboratory, you know, cleaning up. It's all dark-skinned people. Right. But you know that they're all being educated, but that racism is still pervasive. Yes. It's just it wasn't openly spoken like it was here, where there was a civil war and there's flags that represent, you know, that Confederate flag represents racism, and you have Jim Crow laws and these other things that are more overt in America. So black folks could be like, you're a motherfucking racist. You acting funny. Or you acting funny because you dark skinned. Or, you know what I'm saying? We point that shit out. Right. And so it's great that you're doing it. I'm very proud of you for that. Thank you. Because when I saw the first thing, I was like, hell no, Spice ain't lighting us.
Well, very quickly, everyone knew it was being provocative, intentionally.
Yeah, I'm glad it was quick, too.
Yeah. And it wasn't supposed to be so quick, but when I saw what was happening, like everybody, I was like, okay, I need to drop my message right now. Yeah. Because I was supposed to do it like for a week, to shake them up for a whole week.
People was pissed right away.
But I was like, okay, here's my message.
Because then you get worried that they'll never see the other message.
Right. I know. Because that was... I mean, when I said break the internet, I never expect that.
And you know the bad is going to travel faster.
Exactly.
So the one that's bad, they'll pass around. When you put out the thing and be like, no, here's the real message, not going to pass around.
They're not seeing that. So, and that's what happened.